Boom. We are live on this Thursday, the 4th of December, 2025. OC channel here, broadcasting live from OC Studios. This is the original OC channel, Smartwatch Talk for the Smart Collector. Breaking news today, and that is Vacheron Constantin. One of the members of the Holy Trinity of Swiss watchmaking, has raised prices. Prices are up. And we will go through the entire catalog and we will document every single price increase coming up in 5 minutes. Delicious. Absolutely delicious. I'm loving it. Loving it. Yeah, we're going to be meticulously going through the entire Vacheron Constantin catalog, documenting the percentage increases on every single piece, starting with this one right here on the screen. Starting with this one, the most coveted and in demand. We'll be going through the prices on the overseas, prices on the 222, and probably not any other prices because those are the only watches that people really care about anyways. Let's I'll if you guys do $1.99 super chat, I'll pull up a model and we can review the new prices. How about that? So yeah, if you're just joining us, type in a quick comment in the chat. Let me know that you're here. I'm going to say hi to everybody in the chat momentarily. I also do want to remind everybody that it's December now. It's December, and now's a great time to check and see if you have new member milestone chats available. If you do, be sure to use them. Use them before you lose them. I want to say huge kudos, huge props to all the members. Really appreciate it. Also, by the way, new feature for those of you in the United States, if you click on the U button, if you're watching on the YouTube app, or I think on desktop too, if you click on U, you should see a recap. It's a new annual recap feature. And people have been sending me their screenshots of what theirs looks like. And it's cool to be in the top 5 for so many of you guys. I appreciate it. Appreciate the support. Thanks for watching. Let's see who we have. We have in the chat first, Mr. Fahrenheit. What's up, Mr. Fahrenheit? Good to see you here. Mr. Fahrenheit is a member. It's been a while since you've been in the chat, or maybe you changed your name. I'm not sure. Yeah, this thing with YouTube where it shows the account names rather than your YouTube name, that's bullshit. So Mr. Fahrenheit, I probably know you by another name. My apologies. Thank you for being a member. C3D Now, who's not a member, but still cool nonetheless, always watches, very avid watcher. Appreciate your being here. What's up? Got McAllen Drinker. What's up, McAllen? Second to comment, third to upvote. Yeah, upvote the live stream. Let's get to 10 likes. Let's get to 10 likes, guys. Third to upvote as I pretend to listen to a Teams call ending in just 5 minutes. Yeah. For those of you on Teams calls or Zoom calls that end at 1 p.m. Eastern, I would say just fucking ditch the call. Nothing good is going to happen in the last 5 minutes of your call. Just focus all your energy on absorbing and analyzing these critical price increases. Absolutely critical price increases. The link for the memberships is in the chat. We've got Vimal. Howdy, OC. Howdy, Vimal. Hope everyone's doing well. If you're in Manhattan tonight, shoot me a note on Instagram. As a matter of fact, if you're in Manhattan today or tomorrow, shoot me a note on Instagram. We're doing a couple of big gold bar events in Manhattan. I might be at the Phillips auction on Saturday. A very good friend of mine is like a Hollywood guy, and he's offloading like a really important piece of his, and he's going to be there. And he's like, "Hey, OC, do you want to come?" Like, no, I really don't. I don't want to come into Manhattan on a Saturday. He's like, no. I'm selling like this piece in my collection, and I think it'd be really cool if you came. I'm like, yeah, but that's I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'll cover the auction from OC Studios. He's like, no. OC, like I have this watch. It's got like fingers on it, and like and the fingers go up and down. I went to this watchmaker, like 7 years ago or 10 years ago, and I'm like, hey, it would be cool if you came out with a watch that looked like this. And he actually made the watch, and then now he's selling it. And he's like, OC, I think this is going to go for like $12 million. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. Really? He's like, so maybe I should go. So if you're going to be in Manhattan on tonight, Friday night, or Saturday morning, or Saturday brunch, hit me up. I may go, I may not go. But hello to all my friends in Canada. McCallum Dicker says your channel ranked high with SE. Actually, SE is in Germany, and in Germany they haven't rolled out the recap feature yet. So I actually don't know where I rank with SE. I do know that I'm like one of the very few channels that he watches. He has a very curated list of channels that he actually watches, and I'm honored to have made the cut. 9 of his top 10 channels are golf channels, and then there's like one watch channel, which is me. But yeah, thanks to I don't want to give the names of people who shared their recaps with me, but if you click on and you click on recap if you're in the United States, then you have access to your recap, and it tells you what your top 5 were for the year, I think. And that includes music. If you're on YouTube Premium and you use YouTube Music, it also includes music, I think. DL Farms in the chat. What's up, DL? Good to see you here. Hey, OC, and upvoted. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Become a member, DL Farms. I really do appreciate all my members. Hey, we've got ZevDev Live. I think this is ZD in Los Angeles, going to the boutique today to see new perpetuals. Interesting. Wow. I wonder what brand of perpetuals. You're going to see Vacheron, Longa, or AP. When I think of perpetual, I mean, are you just broadly shopping for perpetuals, or are you looking at Vacheron perpetuals? Let me know. But the prices have gone up, guys. Breaking news at this hour. Breaking news. We're here to bring you. We're the only live stream channel that's going to cover it. I mean, there are other channels that'll probably talk about it after they watch this one. But yeah, we're covering it first. We'd love to bring you the breaking news. Vacheron prices are up. Prices have gone up. Vimal he's got spreadsheets going. He knows exactly the percentage that all the prices have gone up. He's like, oh yeah, the 4520 has gone up by 6.32%. That was my version of a Canadian accent. But good luck in the boutique, ZD, and let us know what you're shopping for. Actually, don't tell us yet, because the competition in LA is fierce. Okay. And some of the people might come out of the woodwork to sabotage your visit. It's cutthroat. It's fucking cutthroat out there, ZD. Every man for himself. Hey, no biggie, Sal. Awesome. Good to see you in the chat, my friend. No biggie, Sal. We're going to get him to one of our gold bar dinners soon. Even if we have to fucking get a car, to get him from, I don't want to reveal his location, but we'll fucking drive him to Manhattan. SE posted in his story, you're number 2. Oh, okay, cool. I'll check that out. Thank you, McAllen. And we got Kareem in the chat. Vacheron Constantin should be in the approved club. Actually, they are. If you recall, back in early 2025, when we abolished the Holy Trinity and we replaced it with the Horology Strategy Council, we kicked AP out and we created a council of 5 brands for 2025. Those 5 brands were Rolex, Patek, Vacheron, Omega, and Cartier, I believe. I think those were the 5 that we picked. So AP was kicked out of the Holy Trinity. We formed the Horology Strategy Council, and those were so Vacheron made it into the council. For 2026, the question is, if we keep it to 5 members, who gets booted and who gets in? Does Cartier get booted? By the way, Omega should definitely be booted, right? Omega has done a terrible job in 2025. They probably deserve to be booted for 2026. Vacheron, maybe they deserve to stay in. Who knows? Let me know what you think in the chat. And we already have like 7 people watching. We're already up to 7 viewers, guys. That's pretty good. Oh, we also have 3 on Tinder. We have 7 on YouTube and 3 on Tinder. What's up, Tinder people? Head on over to YouTube so you can type in a comment. Okay, so some things I want to cover, by the way. There's some things I want to get off my chest. And because I did absolutely zero planning for this, I'm going to try and find it on the fly. And see what happens here. Let's see what happens. There was a couple of videos I saw that were kind of interesting. Well, maybe not so interesting, maybe boring. But there was one that I thought was questionable. Well, the clips that I tend to review are always questionable. Okay, here we go. And listen, this is going to be controversial, but I'm going to cover it because that's what I do. Okay, that's what I do, and I don't shy away from bringing you guys the spicy content. By the way, for even spicier content, check me out on OnlyFans. That's Original OC on OnlyFans for the spiciest content. All right. We're about to get into it, guys. By the way, we've got DW. Lakeland, Florida. Or is it Jacksonville? I can't remember. Jacksonville, Florida. Greetings, everyone. Rare for you to post a picture of a watch I own. Let's go back to it. Just to, here we go. Boom. Question, BW, do you have the 4500 or the 4520? I don't know which one this is, but I think the 4520 is the new one, slightly refined with the bracelets that with the micro adjustment. I don't know anything about watches, guys, so you guys got to help me out. I don't know anything about Vacheron. 4500, cool. It's a good watch. Great watch. Love Vacheron. Love the Corne de Vache. I've got 3 Corne de Vaches: blue, silver, and silver. And blue. It's blue. Love the Corne de Vache. Love the Vacheron. Love Vacheron. Vacheron's cool. I don't own Vacheron, but for those that have it and love it, I give you much respect. But now let's get into it, because I think this guy's dead. This guy is dead wrong. And I'm going to call him out on it. Listen, it's not uncommon for this guy to have pretty bad opinions and to be just flat out wrong about most things in the watch industry. It's surprising that he's been around this long, to be honest. But the title of this short, and it's not a very long short, It's a short. The title of it is "This Watch is a Flop." Okay. Now, I'm going to reveal the watch to which he's referring momentarily, but I'll give you a little bit of a precursor, a little bit of a preamble. What do you call it? Like in the beginning of the book, like a foreword. What do they call that thing in the beginning of the book? Like where someone writes a little thing about it. Some smart people in the chat, help me out. My brain isn't. I need more of a cafe, guys. Prologue, that works. Prologue, a little prologue here for you guys. Regardless of if you love the watch, like the watch, dislike the watch, or hate the watch, okay, regardless if you think the design is polarizing, regardless if you think it's ugly, if you love it, if it's overpriced, if it's too big on the wrist, I don't give a fuck what you think about the actual watch. But to say that the watch is a flop, you are out of your mind. You're just not in tune with what is actually going on in the watch industry. You're out of touch. You're out of touch. You're completely disconnected from what actual stuff that's going on in the watch business. If you think this watch is a flop, again, remove yourself from whether or not how you feel about the watch. Okay. There's one thing that we could probably mostly agree. It's just one thing on which we could probably mostly agree, and that is that the watch isn't a flop. Let's play the video, and I'll let you guys. And then we'll probably do a poll. We'll probably do a poll to see if you guys agree. Now, this is Bark, who runs a channel called Bark and Jack. He makes watch straps. Okay, and Bark is going to talk about the watch that he thinks is a flop. Get ready for this, guys. Here we go.
It's a flop of a watch, and that's proven by how many are on the secondary market. And I did a video on it, I think 2 weeks after it went live, and there was something.
Quick question: can you guys hear the audio? Just if you can, someone can kindly just let me know in the chat if you can hear the audio. Quick audio check. Check 1 2. Check 1 2. Quick audio check.
It's a flop of a watch, and that's proven by how many are on the secondary market. And I did a video on it, I think 2 weeks after it went live, and there was something like 50 Cubituses on Chrono 24, and people don't flip watches they like. They keep them, and so people don't like the watch.
I've never seen anyone wearing a Cubitus. Even right now, we're around a lot of super collectors.
Yeah.
I thought maybe this would be the first time I would see a Cubitus in the wild.
I said at the start, it's a flop of a watch, and that's proven by how many are on the secondary market.
Okay. Where do I fucking even begin, man? When you're dealing with just utter incompetence, do you start off like at the kindergarten level? Like, like I don't know, where do we even start with this fucking knucklehead? Preface, thank you. Is it preface or preface? I think it's preface. I already did the preface. I did the preface, I did the preamble, I did the prologue, I did all that stuff. Okay, so it's a flop of the watch because of how many there are on the secondary market. First of all, there are very few Cubituses on the secondary market that are actual listings. Almost zero. So the fact that this guy says 2 weeks after the watch came out, which was in October 2024, that there were a bunch on the secondary market, it's flat out wrong. It's just 100% inaccurate. There's been virtually no Cubitus on the secondary market for the past 14 months. Okay? Very few. And when you do see a Cubitus on secondary, on Moda or European Watch Company or whatever, they're going for double retail. Some of the watches are 50,000 over retail, some are 30,000 over retail, some are double retail. Okay, so that's point number 2. That shows that the watch is not a flop. Now, let's continue on a little bit, because he says something that's like absolutely ludicrous here.
And I did a video on it, I think 2 weeks after it went live.
2 weeks after it went live.
And there was something like 50 Cubituses on Chrono 24. And
Chrono 24. What a fucking dipshit. For someone who's supposed to be in the watch industry, doesn't he know that 90% of the listings, maybe even 95% of the listings on Chrono 24 are fucking fake? The listings aren't even real, especially when the watch, I mean, his whole point is 2 weeks after the watch came out, there were 50 listings for the Cubitus. Those were all fake stock images with phony prices. I mean, I could do a search now on Chrono 24. Chances are if you actually filter by people who have the actual watch in hand with actual pictures, it's probably a trickle. It might be maybe a 5. I don't know how many, but there's no way there's 50. There's no way there was 50 on Chrono 24 when the watch came out. But he doesn't mention, by the way, that those 50 listings were all at triple retail. For him to say that this is a flop, I'm trying to understand like how he can say this.
people don't flip watches they like.
People don't flip watches they like, regardless of whether they like the watch, don't like the watch, love the watch, hate the watch. People sell watches for a variety of reasons. And when a watch is going for double retail, yeah, that's an incentive for people to sell the watch, even if they don't like it. The people, by all accounts, the people who've gotten the Cubitus, every single one of them has been a VIP or has bought 2 or 3 watches.
Keep them. And so people don't like the watch.
I've never.
People sell them so they don't like the watch. You know, by that measure, people don't like the Daytona, and they don't like Rolex GMTs, and they don't like the Nautilus, and they don't like Aquanauts, and they don't like FP Journes, because people are selling them. What kind of logic is this? Like, it's like this guy is a watch YouTuber. Are you fucking kidding me? By the way, I'm happy to debate Bark on this, because his position is just so extreme and ridiculous. Link for Bark only. A special link here for Bark if he wants to jump on. He's a nice enough guy. He's never offensive. He never said. I mean, personally, I'm sure he's a very nice guy. But it's just like, number one, he's very boring. Number two, he's just flat out wrong. He's so wrong all the time. He should not be giving watch advice. He actually does a disservice to the watch community because he gives the worst advice. And his opinions are just garbage. Garbage. I mean, there's no such thing as bad opinions. I don't know. You guys look at the evidence. You guys assess the evidence. You tell me. Now, Britt Pierce, I love her to death, but for her to say, like, I've never seen one, that's not evidence that the watch is a flop. Maybe she's not in the right circles, because the circles in which I fly, where OC flies, VIPs are wearing the Cubitus. Okay? The people who unbox the Cubitus on this channel, they're actual watch enthusiasts. They're good. They're good, smart collectors. And again, if the watch was a flop, it wouldn't be going for double retail. It just doesn't make any sense why they would say this. I don't understand. I mean, these are Patek. This is the Patek haters. Listen, this is where I agree with Terry Stern. Okay, I'm Team Terry on this one. I don't think Britt is a Patek hater. I think Britt, I believe it or not, I know Britt Pierce is going to get a Patek. I know it. I think by the end of 2026, Britt Pierce is going to have a Patek. Okay. Bark, on the other hand, will never get offered a Patek. Never get offered a Patek at retail. There's just a bunch of people who never have owned Patek, and they've never been offered Patek. Okay? And they will never get offered Patek. And these people are losers. Okay. And the losers are jealous. They're bitter. They're bitter because they never liked Patek anyway. And yet they're going to complain that this watch is a flop. I have to go back to what Terry said. He said these people are the Patek haters are just it's the Patek haters who never ever were in the running to ever be accepted by the brand, now criticizing the brand.
Never seen anyone wearing a Cubitus. Even right now, we're around a lot of super collectors.
Yeah.
No, she's not. She's probably not. I mean, she's probably at like watch nerd events. No offense to Brit. I mean, I know she was at Dubai Watch Week. Again, I love Brit. She's one of the best corporate YouTubers around. She could do way better than always hitching herself to these failed, boring social media personalities. She could do a live stream with somebody exciting and spicy and, you know, with a good personality. And it would be a fantastic weekly live stream.
I thought maybe this would be the first time I would see a Cubitus
It's
in
a
the wild.
flop. I said at the start, it's a flop of a watch.
It's a flop of a watch. This guy, by the way, Bark, if you're watching, I know you are. I know you are. Everybody watches. Click on the link in the chat. Got Tobister McDonkey in the chat. He says, Adrian, that's right, his name's Adrian. Adrian is a bit of a trunk slammer. Constantly hawking those shitty Naito straps and that effect vocal fry crap he does is so cringe. He said Rolex finishing is below mediocre. He's a bit of a clown. Two clowns. He's a bit of a clown. Tobister, thank you. That's by the way, the views and opinions expressed by members and viewers in the chat, as well as people on the panel, including Original OC, do not represent the views and opinions of the Original OC channel or Original the Brand LLC. Vimal says, eminent watch journalist doesn't know that most listings on Chrono24 are stock picks. Yeah, it's like common knowledge. Everybody, all the smart collectors here in the chat, they know Chrono24, they're not real listings. Come on. Is this a troll post? Seriously, is this like an absolute troll video that he put out because he knows that he would be called out on it just to get some clicks and views? I mean, come on. It's such a joke. It's just like there's like zero data points to support it. Anyway, that's the video. I could go on for like another 30 minutes, but it becomes a diatribe at some point, right? Yeah. Also, the secondary price quote was double retail. So how is it a flop? Question mark. Yeah. Quote, I haven't seen anyone wear one. That's what Britt said. Well, she would if collectors took her seriously and invited her to serious events and not some Seiko mod conventions. I don't know what event she gets invited. I'll tell you this. There's too many social media personalities that are selling their soul to go to these events, because they're being given free watches to review, free merchandise, free swag, free lodging, free food, free trips. And again, they need to disclose this. These guys have to have some integrity. They have to disclose when they're getting paid by Oris and Moser. I know like Moser, you can like the watch, not like the watch. It's a great watch, terrible watch, whatever. But they do a good job paying people. They pay a lot of people to come to their stuff and publicize their events, publicize their watches. Even I know a lot of people in New York. They get flown to these things, flown to Miami. One of them got flown to Dubai. Actually, one of them got flown to like on the way to Dubai, got flown to like Abu Dhabi or something and did all these fucking excursions and shit with Moser. Yeah, they're on the take. They're getting paid. They're getting fucking paid. And it's okay if they like the watch. It's okay to like the watch, but when they like it and they're getting paid, they have an obligation to disclose it. Sorry, guys, you do. But more often than not, they don't like the watches, and they're deceiving their audience, and they're bamboozling their audience into buying them, and that's wrong. I will always take the side of the watch community. It's a flop of a watch. I said it from the outset. It's a flop of a watch. Come on. The Cubitus is, again, regardless of the merits of the watch, the one thing you cannot say is that it's a flop. They're making them in limited quantities. They're giving them to VIPs. The watch goes for over retail. There are very few being flipped, actually. Very few. Try to get a Cubitus. It's fucking impossible. Try to get your hands on a rose gold Cubitus or a steel Cubitus or a platinum Cubitus. Fucking impossible. I mean, come on. We got Dave Rock Hill 760, not to be confused with Dave Rock Hill 754, who's also a very good viewer. Wow, this is great content, OC. You're 100% here. Yes, I'm here. I'm here in the flesh, guys. Get him on, please. Head to head. I miss Thorpe. Paul isn't into watches anymore. Paul is doing some other stuff. But huge. I haven't talked to Paul in a while, but I wish him well. But we will always call out the social media. I called out Nico, who's a good friend of mine, for spruiking Raymond Wheel. Now he happens to be a dealer for Raymond Wheel, which is, makes sense. But also he's wearing that Chopek, and Chopek was a thing like 3 years ago, but Chopek is no longer a thing. Chopek is not on the ascendancy; they're on the descent. If you see my live stream from Dubai Watch Week, I run into Nico and I kind of poke fun at his. I called it a gold-plated Chopek. It's solid gold, but who would buy a solid gold Chopek? No one's going to buy a fucking solid gold Antarctique. That's not a watch. I would recommend a lot of other watches, probably every other watch on the planet, before I recommended a full gold Antarctique. BJ, that's Bark and Jack. Bark and Jack is hating on Patek because Terry Stern's controversial comments when he said the Cubitus haters aren't his customer. Well, I think Terry was right. This is direct evidence that Terry was right, because this guy is a Patek hater. The Patek hater was never going to get the watch. He'll never get a Patek. I'll openly call on Patek to blacklist Bark from ever getting a Patek, because he's spreading misinformation. It's misinformation. It's not a flop of a watch. Again, the watch is polarizing. The design is controversial. But one thing you cannot say is that the watch is a flop. It's just fucking not. Just the facts. The facts are the facts, guys. I mean, he's so insistent. Why is he so insistent? Why are the Patek haters so rabid in their unjustified attacks on Patek Philippe? Is it jealousy? Is it spite? Is it bitterness? Which one is it? I don't know. But listen, I'll leave it to you guys. I'm gonna create a poll. Let's do a quick poll, and if we get 20 votes, really super quick, we'll end the poll. And listen, the poll may go against me. They're like, OC, you don't get it. OC, you're the one who's out of touch. Okay? It's a flop of a watch, and you guys are gonna tell me right now. So just hang tight. I'm going to create a poll. It's going to be simple. I like to do simple polls, guys. It's, I like black and white answers. So let's fire it up. Is the Patek Philippe Cubitus a flop of a watch? And yes, I agree with Bark. And no, let's fire up the poll. Boom, let's fire it up. I love these polls because it's the pulse of the community is what really matters, right? Like, I don't really know anything about watches. Maybe I'm wrong. I have no idea. I don't really know anything about watches, but you guys do. So the poll is live. The question is the Patek Philippe Cubitus a flop of a watch? Let's watch the video again. Let's watch it again. Let's give him a fair shot. We'll start it from the beginning. Let him say his piece.
It's a flop of a watch, and that's proven by how many are on the secondary market. And I did a video on it, I think 2 weeks after it went live, and there was something like 50.
Okay, listen carefully to Britt. Britt goes, like, in other words, like, like, I don't agree with this fucking nutcase, but how do I, I'm on the podcast with them, what do I do? Listen carefully.
Secondary market.
I know that anywhere. That's like, someone just said something really stupid. So when there's an awkward pause and I have to say something, I'll try to pivot to something that's where I don't agree with them, but maybe I just say something that's like a little off on a tangent. And so I don't get guilt by association. I don't want to get wrapped up in this guy's vitriol attack on Patek Philippe. She's gonna get she actually likes Patek, and she's gonna get one. That's the thing. She's gonna get Patek Philippe. He's not. He's never gonna get it. Okay, he's never gonna get allocated one. But the Patek haters don't deserve to get watches. The Patek lovers do. All right, sorry for interrupting. But listen, she says, how the fuck do I get out of this one?
It's a flop of a watch, and that's proven by how many are on the secondary market. And I did a video on it, I think 2 weeks after it went live, and there was something like 50 Cubituses on Chrono 24, and people don't flip watches they like. They keep them, and so people don't like the watch.
I've never seen anyone wearing a Cubitus. Even right now, we're around a lot of super class.
In a way, she changes the subject completely. She doesn't agree with him at all. You know, I really haven't seen the Cubitus out in the wild. That's a very neutral statement. You notice that? That's not saying that she doesn't even say it's a bad watch. She just says she hasn't seen it out in the wild. She's very clever. I love Britt. She's very very diplomatic. Very clever thing she did there. She tried to pivot. She tried to fucking save this guy. In a way, she was doing damage control. Because the guy said something so completely off the mark. She tried to kind of like change the subject a little bit. Like, hey, like, you know, you don't really see a lot of these out there.
I've never seen anyone wearing a Cubitus. Even right now, we're around a lot of super collectors.
Yeah.
I thought maybe this would be the first time I would see a Cubitus
It's
in
a
the wild.
flop. I said at the start, it's a flop of a watch, and that's proven by how many are on the secondary market.
Is it proven? It's one thing, says Genji, for him to state his own opinion. It's another thing for Adrian to pass it off as a collective opinion. Well, I don't think he does that. I don't think he says that other people believe this. As a matter of fact, I don't think there's anybody else anywhere in the watch industry that agrees with him. I mean, Britt doesn't even agree with him, and she's sitting right there next to him. She was taken aback. She's like, like, how the fuck do I get out of this? I mean, it's a flop of a watch. It's just the data just doesn't support. I think the data doesn't support it. Quantitative data doesn't. Anecdotal data doesn't. Nothing, actually. There's not a single data point that points to it being a flop of a watch, unless you want to say, I don't like the design. The quote coming in at spot number 3 for best quotes of 2025 in the watch industry is Britt Pierce with Thank you, dear Artifact, member of the OC channel. Thank you to the great members out there. Yeah, this one is going to go down in history. And not what Bark said, but how she tried to save him, do a little bit of damage control. And she did it twice. Listen to it again. It's pretty good. I love Britt. She's by the way, Britt looks really good too.
I think
she looks. I don't know. Do they video these podcasts or do they do them all? I don't understand. Like, why are they doing? Why are they even doing podcasts? Podcasts just suck. Who has time to listen to podcasts? I mean, everyone knows it's if you're wasting your time listening to podcasts, that's almost as bad as listening to live streams. I mean, anyone who has time to like jump on a live stream at a moment's notice, they got nothing going on in their lives.
it's a flop of a watch, and that's proven by
It's a flop of a watch. That could be a quote in and of itself as well.
how many are on the secondary market. And I did a video on it, I
Love
think
it.
2 weeks after it went live, and there was something like 50 Cubituses on Chrono 24, and people don't flip watches they like. They keep them.
People don't flip watches they like. Like another thing you'd like fucking nutcase. Oh, I love it.
And so people don't like the watch.
Oh, so people don't like the watch because they were selling them for double retail. So people don't like the Nautilus, they don't like the Aquanaut, they don't like Daytonas, they don't like GMTs, they don't like Land Dwellers. Don't get me started, guys. Don't get me started. Yeah, the oomph heard round the world. Is there any more to the conversation? MC Moz says, no, there's nothing more. That's it. We're going to take a 7-second clip and turn it into a 1-hour commentary. Why? Because I've got no content. I don't have any original content, guys. So yeah, in true OC fashion, we're going to take a 7-second snippet of something on social media and actually turn it into we're going to turn it into a conversation, as Theo would say. We're going to have a conversation today. It's me talking to you. If no one's on the panel, it's not a conversation, but the conversation is really in the chat. Let's see how things are going with the poll. We got 27 votes. Let's get to 30 votes because I don't want to end it on a weird odd number. Wow, the guys, vote in the poll immediately. Your vote could make the difference in the results. It's a lot closer than I would think. We have a lot of bark lovers in the chat. Quick, vote. Let's get to 30 votes. Let's get to 30 votes. Boom! And we got to 30 votes. Let's see what the results are. Is the Patek Philippe Cubitus a flop of a watch according to Bark and Jack? No. 57% of you say no. This dude is clueless, but 43% of you actually agree that the watch is a flop. You know what? I gotta say that's within the margin of error. I think it's close to being tied. I think I owe Bark an apology. Based on these results, based on these election results, the polls indicate that well over a third of you, nearly half of you, think that that Bark is right. It's a flop of a watch. I'm going to have to eat my own words, guys. I'm going to have to eat my own words here. Hey, we've got Ghost of Vidish Gambino in the chat. Can I interest anyone in a Cartier Santos Dumont Limited? No, This guy has 17 Cartier fucking Dumonts. You know, it's like, dude, if you watch this channel, and I know he does because I'm in his top 5. I'm number 3 in this person's top 5. But come on, don't buy so many Cartier. You should have one Cartier Santos, and that's it. I don't know, like 17 Cartier Santos Dumonts. Man, you're gonna lose your ass. You're gonna lose your ass, man. Got Loom Pearl in the chat. Regardless of whether you like the watch, they are all sold. Yeah, they're not only all sold, but they're in high demand, and they go for $50,000 over retail for some of the models. Zevdev says, compared to the Land Dweller, it is a flop. Both watches have been criticized for their aesthetics, yet Rolex put forward a massive leap forward in the technology from a movement perspective. Fair enough. Listen, we welcome all opinions here. All opinions are welcome. So ZD says, listen, if you compare it to the Land Dweller, I think the Cubitus is a flop. Hey, got no endless time from Germany in the chat. OC, the Cubitus is, for me, not a flop, but also not a successful watch. It's out there and okay, but nothing special for me. Not beautiful and not ugly enough to hate it. Fair commentary. I appreciate all opinions here. All opinions are welcome. My point is not that aesthetics aside, wearability, price, all that stuff aside, I don't think you can argue that the watch is a flop. Not when they're all sold, they're all in demand, they're all going to high value collectors, they're all going for way over retail. They're doing a good job limiting production. And they're making sure that people who buy the watch, I think too many of the watches are being flipped, to be honest. But that's because they're giving the watch to VIP customers. I think they should do a better job vetting and qualifying the people and make sure that it actually goes to Cubitus lovers and not people who are going to flip it. Tobister McDonkey says, I would take a Everose Rolex 36mm Land Dweller over the steel Cubitus all day. Well, that's a good question. That's a good question. Maybe I'll create a poll. Let's do a poll on that one. Which new release do you prefer? Now, this is always going to be stacked because the Patek haters. First of all, a lot of people can't afford Patek Philippe, right? So. So this, I anticipate Patek will get creamed in this one. But new poll, guys. Which new release do you prefer? Now, technically, the Cubitus came out in October 2024, but it's relatively new in the grand scheme of things. The Land Dweller is just trickling out. We did an unboxing of the first steel Land Dweller on this channel a few days ago with Muhammad Ali, who got one from London. That watch was introduced at Watches and Wonders, and they're just trickling out now. So the watches are both relatively new. So which one do you prefer? Now, Rolex is the crown, so everybody loves Rolex, and plus the Land Dweller is 15,000 versus I think 45,000 for the Cubitus, steel Cubitus. So. Let me see. Someone's sending me a message. I love being bombarded with text messages. That's funny. That's funny. Thank you, SE. That's funny. Yeah, that was funny. Let's get okay. So the poll is: which new release do you prefer, the Land Dweller or the Cubitus? Hey, SE's in the chat. SE's in the chat here. Let me pull up his comment. Boom, SE, who's a member of the OC channel. Good evening, 43% haters. I don't know. Wait till you see the results of this poll. It might be a lot more than 43% because people can't afford Patek. There's a lot. See, Patek operates in a much different stratosphere than Rolex. People don't even approach Patek because they know, like, hey, I'm going to have to buy a $50,000 dress watch and a $150,000 grand complication. Like, most people don't love Patek. They can't afford to love it, Patek. By the way, what is OC wearing today? Great question. OC's wearing the Rolex. Pull it up, OC. Pull it up. Wearing the Rolex King Midas today. Vintage. I'm going vintage today. Solid gold, baby. The Rolex King Midas. I'm going to melt it down for its gold value. It's got a gold value of $32,000. No, I'm not gonna melt it down. Great watch. It's solid gold, baby. Gold is where it's at. Look at that. Shout out to all my Greek friends, my friends of the Parthenon or the whatever that building's called. Yep. The Rolex. Look how thin that is. Come on. Look at that. King Midas. Midas, baby. 5 millimeters thin. Look at that. It's awesome. Look at this. Let's see if you can read this on the inside. King Midas. See on the clasp. Rolex of Geneva. All right, enough wasting time. Let's get to at least 20 votes in the poll. Let's get to 20 or 25 votes, guys. If you're just joining us, it's the original OC channel, Smartwatch Talk for the Smart Collector. Breaking news at this hour, Vacheron Constantin has raised prices. And just to prove that nobody cares about Vacheron, not a single person has asked about it. no one cares. No one cares. But Vacheron prices have gone up. If you're interested in a particular model, $1.99 super chat, and I'll pull it up, and I'll show you the new price. Doc Mick in Florida says it's a flop, OC. It's a flop. There you go. See, you've got people who have different opinions. Hey, look, Bob NYC's in the chat. Bob, if you're in Manhattan today or tomorrow, hit me up on Instagram. We're doing meetups in New York City. Listen, Bob he's spicy in the chat, but I like Bob. He watches the channel. I would consider him a medium to medium high quality viewer. And he's not a member. He's not a member, so he's not super high quality, but he's pretty good. But if you want to meet up in Manhattan, I'm doing a couple things today. There may be a surprise live stream later. And by the way, a friend of mine who is auctioning off a watch. He's like a big Hollywood guy. He has this watch. It's got 5 fingers on it. He's like, I'm going to sell this watch at auction, OC. So I may be there on Saturday as well. The Nautilus and the Aguanaut, both the Nautilus and the Aguanaut, were dogs when they were released. But as with most things, tastes change. Very good point, Bob. I agree with you on that. I remember when I got into watches, which was like 6-7 months ago, I didn't like the Royal Oak. I liked Maurice Lacroix better. But, over time, this industry and this hobby more than any other is people's opinions are shaped by their peers. You guys may not agree with me, but they're shaped by their peers, shaped by social media. We're influenced, guys. We're being manipulated being manipulated by YouTubers and social media douchebags and our peers, our close friends. Like, oh, I really like this watch. Your friend goes, fuck no, don't get that thing. You're like, oh shit, maybe I won't get it. That's the way it works. We care about what other people think. At least I do. I care what other people think. I don't. If I see a watch, I'm like, you know what? What do you think of this watch with the green dial? They go, nah, you know, that green's ugly. Like, you know what? Oh, maybe you're right. That green is kind of ugly. Peer pressure, guys. It's what this hobby is all about. I think it's fair, says Loom Pearl, to be critical of the aesthetics, but if it's unavailable and in high demand, it looks to be a commercial success. I'm going to try and translate your words into English. Oh, looks do not determine commercial success. Exactly. The looks have no bearing on whether or not this watch is successful or a flop. Hey, look at this. Got Mr. Tudor to you in the chat. Still not a member. We did a show all about Tudor too. Maybe that was a mistake. Maybe I'll never do a show about Tudor again. But I did a show all about Tudor. He didn't become a member. Guys, what do you have to do, man? What do you have to do to earn loyalty? I'm trying to earn loyalty here from you guys. I did a show about Tudor just for Mr. Tudor to you. Anyway, let's get to 25 votes in the poll, guys. 25 votes. When we get to 25 votes, I'll close the poll. The steel Cubitus, says Tobus McDonkey, is 45,000. The Land Dweller, the full rose Land Dweller is 45,000. Yeah, that's a big difference in value there. Big difference in what you get. Got some good opinions in the chat here. I'll let you guys read over every single opinion. Oh, thank you, SE. Look at it. Don't buy memberships. I don't know who the memberships are going to go to. You never know, man. SE, man. SE, super nice guy. Thank you, SE, for buying the memberships. He gifted 6 memberships. Shout out to Majestic 1260. Shout out to Gen G. Gen G wasn't a member? Are you kidding me? Don't gift memberships. I want people to earn the memberships. Oh, SE's too generous, man. Gen G. Shout out to Tester Twister 3451. Marine Layer. Stephen L. Mike S. 5840. Holy shit. Another 10 memberships. Oh, man. That's very, very generous. Hey, MC Moz is a member thanks to SE. Kincaid. Bufaris. Look at this. Bufaris is secretly watching. What's up, Bufaris? Bufaris, where were you in United Arab Emirates? You know, you said you were going to treat me to dinner. What happened? D Wood. Rufus. Hey, the franchise clubs with an S. Hey, St. Peter is now a member. Chilsky. D Rascal. Wristwatch Holic. Wristwatch Holic wasn't a member? Fuck. You guys are tough. And Julius. Yeah, I mean, Julius Caesar's in the chat. All you guys, I can't believe, sometimes, you know, when I see the gifted memberships, I realize, holy shit, this guy wasn't a member? What the fuck do I have to do? SE just bought 16 memberships. Man, I'm gonna have to do content to make sure these guys don't quit. They're gonna terminate their memberships if I don't provide quality content. Thank you, SE. That was Super generous of you. Generally speaking, I don't encourage people to buy memberships. I really, really want I really want people to buy their own memberships. But that was awesome. But shout out to all the new members. I want to shout out to Majestic, Gen G. Come on, Gen G, you weren't a member already. You better renew your membership every month. Tester Twister, Marine Layer, Stephen L, Mike S, MC Moz, Kincaid, Bufaris, D Wood, Rufus, the franchise clubs with an S. Let's see if we can get the franchise club to also become a member. Maybe they're already a member. Got St. Peter, Chielski, D Rascal, and Wristwatch Holic. All new members, courtesy of SE. All right. Thank you very much, SE. One more vote. Boom. Let's do it. Let's close the poll. Which new release do you prefer? And the winner is in a landslide. Fucking landslide. The Rolex Land Dweller. 84%. 84%. People fucking love Rolex, man. I mean, this channel is all about reaching for the crown, reaching for the cross. We love Rolex and Patek here. But in this case, the love of Rolex is overwhelming. 84% say the Land Dweller. 16%, only 16% would prefer the Cubitus. Holy shit, these are overwhelming results. Overwhelming results. But hey, Ryan Singer in the chat, reminding everybody to upvote. Mr. Tudor to you saying, thankfully I was logged out. Oh man, you should have been logged in. If you were logged in, you might have gotten a membership. Yeah, this is true, by the way. Julius Caesar says SE is gifting executive level memberships. Those are like $399 a month, which in German francs, that's like 68 bucks. 68 German francs. But SE, so cool. Appreciate that. Got Tan in France. Hello, OC. I've tried both the Land Dweller and the Cubitus. I have to admit the Cubitus looks more special and feels good on the wrist. It's a luxury watch. You know, I mean, the Cubitus is more of a luxury watch. It's thin, it's elegant. It's got the high finishing on the Chinese bracelet. It fits comfortably. It's a smooth looking watch. It's like a square Nautilus. They should have called it like Nautilus QX or something. I don't know. SE knows that he should not have gifted those memberships, but it was all in good fun. Come on, guys and girl. Yeah, there's one girl in the chat. We have 100% male audience here. Chip in a little. Show that small token of appreciation. Yeah, SE went way above and beyond. Everybody else wants the content for free. It's okay. I do it for you guys. The members float all the rest of you guys. It's like welfare. It's welfare. The members subsidize everybody else watching the channel. But we do have the highest percentage of members to subscribers of any live stream channel anywhere in the world. And for that, I do thank you guys. 6.4%. 6.4% of subscribers are actual paid members. And that number is going to go through the roof now. But it'll only last for 30 days because I don't know. I'm going to keep tabs on you guys. I'm going to keep tabs on Gen G, Wristwatch Holic. Let's see if Wristwatch Holic cancels. He's got a Patek Cubitus. Are you telling me he has a Patek Cubitus, but he can't pay for a membership? We'll monitor. We're going to be monitoring these guys like a hawk. No, but welcome to all the new members. You now have access. St. Peter, by the way, I might be seeing St. Peter in Manhattan tomorrow. You never know. So if you're in Manhattan today, tomorrow, or Saturday, let me know. Reach out to me on Instagram, or if you have my number, give me a call. All right. So I think that's it. That's it on this particular thing. For those of you just tuned in, we'll play it one more time. This is Bark of Bark and Jack going, a Patek hater launching a vicious attack, a vicious unprovoked attack on Patek Philippe.
I've never seen anyone wearing a Cubitus. Even right now, we're around a lot of super collectors.
Yeah.
And I thought maybe this would be the first time I would see a Cubitus
It's
in
a
the
flop.
wild.
I said at the start, it's a flop of a watch, and that's proven by how many are on the secondary market. And I did a video on it. And I did a video on it, I think 2 weeks after it went live. And there was something like 50 Cubituses on Chrono 24. And people don't flip watches they like. They keep them. And so people don't like the watch.
I've never seen anyone wearing a Cubitus. Even right now, we're around a lot of super collectors.
Yeah.
And I thought maybe this
Shout out to Britt. She tried to save him. She tried to pivot to something neutral. Like, hey, I haven't seen these out in the wild. Like you said, the most ridiculous thing. There's no way I can agree with it. So how do I say something that's way off on a tangent?
would be the first time I would see a Cubitus
It's
in
a
the wild.
flop. I said at the start.
And then he so rudely interrupts her. Did you see that? He just so rudely interrupts her.
A flop. I said at the start, it's a flop of a watch, and that's proven by how many are on the secondary market. And I did a
All right, enough about this. Enough. Okay, I'm done with this. Tan asks, what do you think of the 40 millimeter Patek Cubitus? I like it. I think it's a good looking watch. I would prefer if they came out with some different dial colors, because I think too often Patek does the full rose gold, full bracelet watches with the brown dial. Rose gold with the brown dial. And to me, it's like you've got the brown dial in the 5712, which is the moon phase watch. They had a 5711 rose gold, also had the brown dial. It's a little bit too predictable. Give me rose gold with a fucking bright blue dial or something different, and then they have the white gold. Shout out to 1008 on Instagram. And she has the new white gold one, but the blue dial is kind of a blue-gray dial. I'm not a massive fan of the blue-gray dial. I think that watch already kind of flies under the radar with it being white gold. And then you have something that's kind of a muted, kind of bluish gray. So I love the watches. They fit great on the wrist. They're awesome watches. But the configurations that are available are not for me. I'll take a platinum 40 millimeter Cubitus with a fucking ice blue dial. Sign me up, baby. Sign me up. Hey, look at Vimal doing some actual independent research in the chat. There are 125 Cubituses on Chrono filtered by in stock. That's not a lot. That sounds like a lot. I mean, the question is are they really in stock? Those guys lie and say they're in stock, right? So I don't know. Hey, look at this. MC Moz. This is awesome. See, the thing though, it would have been cheaper for you to buy your own membership. See, MC Moz, I really do appreciate that. He's showing his appreciation to SE for gifting him a membership. But now look, he's paying £20 as a thank you. See, that makes no sense. You could just buy your entry-level membership for £7-8 a month or whatever. But thank you, MC Moz. That's for SE. The proceeds of this super chat minus fees, taxes, duties, customs, convenience fees, and all other general and administrative expenses will go to SE, which when you calculate all that stuff, it comes out to about £1. £1 and 20 pence is actually profit. YouTube is hard, guys. The YouTube is not profitable. If I did this as a living, I would have been out of business. I do it for you guys. Just the StreamYard fees, just the StreamYard software puts me in the hole. Not quite in the hole, but you know. And you think about how much I pay myself. I pay myself like, you know, $500 an hour. So we've already been on the air for an hour. That's $500 down the drain. There's no way the channel can afford it. The channel can't even afford to keep going. That being said, thank you, MC Moz, for showing your appreciation to SE. Now, I want to pivot to one more thing. I actually have to, I'm going to do 30 more minutes and then I'm going to leave. Just to let you guys know, I'm not going to stay on for all of because I might be doing a live stream later. I actually have an appointment. I've got a couple of appointments in Manhattan. Today, I'm picking up the date, guys. I'm wearing this watch today, the Midas, but I'm picking up the Platinum date today from Rolex in Manhattan. It was getting serviced because I smashed it against my quartz table in the kitchen several months ago, and just like I smashed it. So it has like two giant dings on the bezel and on the end link, and so it's getting worked on. It's getting some tender, loving care. Okay, there's one more thing I want to bring to your attention here, and it's on YouTube. Let's see here. I got to tell you, I'm really happy with the quality of the viewers and the quality of the members here, and I do think it's good to stay focused on Rolex, Patek, AP, Richard Mille, and FP Journe. I hope you guys understand why I stay myopically focused on those brands, because those are the brands that matter, and wasting your time with these micro brands, you know, Studio Underdog and Atelier Wen and all that other stuff. It's a tremendous waste of time, and it's a waste of money too. Waste of time and money. So I hope you guys understand the very myopic and singular focus of the channel. It's because it's the right thing for the watch community. We're undergoing premiumization and consolidation, and that means that we need to concentrate on only the top watches. But let me see here. There was something else I wanted to go through with you guys, and this might be but hey, we're going to do it anyway because that's what we do here. We cover the good content. Okay, boom. Here we go. Ready? All right. Now, this is a new video from Timepiece Trading, and these are the guys in Miami. They do a lot of AP and Richard Mille, mostly Richard Mille and AP. They've been getting a little bit into Journe, but check this out. Check this out. I don't know why they decided to cover this and why they decided to actually publicize this, but they did, and it might have been a mistake kind of talking about it, but let me turn on the subtitles. Here we go.
Few things, catch you guys up to speed regarding what we do here at TPT and our business in general, and talk about this out-of-pocket clip. All right, so.
And this may or may not be true. There's
rumors.
We love rumors,
Love
but
rumors.
Already starting off good. Rumors.
It came from a very, very credible source. The guys at TPT, Timepiece Trading.
Okay, so this guy, this is some kind of podcast. I'm not sure what the name of this podcast is. I don't know whose podcast it is, but this guy on the screen, this is the guy who taught TPG, Timepiece Gentleman, how to flip watches. Okay, this is a guy named PJ, and he's been on social media for a few years. He has a product called Watch Trading Academy. Okay, so he started off in the luxury car business with a program called Exotic Car Hacks, like some kind of membership program where he taught people how to buy and flip exotic cars or something like that. And then he got into watches. Okay, so he came up with Watch Trading Academy. It's that famous program that TPG used, not to be confused with TPT. TPT is Timepiece Trading in Miami. But this is the guy who created the course that Timepiece Gentleman used to convince him to start flipping watches. This guy's name is PJ.
Which
Already starting off good.
Ready?
Rumors.
Here's some good
it
stuff.
came from a very, very credible source. The guys at TPT, Timepiece Trading, which I've always had a very shady view on. Now,
interesting. He had a shady view on Timepiece Trading.
Not because they do anything illegal, but rather because the associations of the people they know. The thing that I didn't like that I heard, it could or could not be true, I don't know, is that people are paying them not to buy watches, but to pretend to buy really expensive watches.
We're playing that game now?
Yes.
Criminal offense.
What the fuck's he talking about? Paying them to pretend that they're buying watches?
Expensive watches.
We're playing that game.
Hold on a second.
But to pretend to buy really expensive watches.
We're playing that game now?
Yes.
Criminal offense.
Look at that smirk on his face. Look at that smirk on his face when he says that. I'm just going to back it up frame by frame here. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that look right there. Okay. I think he knows he's lying. Okay. That smirk right there. This smirk is basically a tell. That smirk means he knew that he was making something up. Okay.
But to pretend to buy really expensive watches.
We're playing that game now?
Yes.
Criminal offensive side eye.
So basically, it's like the fake. What I don't know if these are fake or not, but I'm saying
I don't know. He says, listen, not because what they're doing is illegal, and so he drops the word illegal. He's using the word fake. What's going on here with this guy?
The fake. It's like the fake. What I don't know if these are fake or not, but I'm saying the guys.
Oh, I don't know if this is fake or not. Oh, I don't know if Timepiece Trading makes fake videos, but I'm not saying this one specifically is fake. But that's a little bit. It's what he's doing there is basically character assassination. He's doing fucking business character assassination here.
It's like the fake. What I don't know if these are fake or not, but I'm saying the guys that basically go out and pretend they're buying watches so that they end up on here and look more credible because someone who actually sells watches is saying they're
someone who actually sells, like they don't actually sell watches. Like I don't do business with Timepiece Trading. But by all accounts, the watches that they have are all watches in inventory. Okay, they don't consign watches. They actually buy watches and sell everything that they own. They don't consign anything, and they're in the business to sell watches. They've been doing it successfully for many years. Now their clientele, is different, right? Their client, the Steve Will Do It's and all that, Jack Doherty. They have crazy clientele, right? But there's no evidence that they're not actually in the business of selling watches.
They're buying watches.
You're basically buying clothes.
Right. And
Okay. Wow.
So now this guy, who's I think his name is Sean. I think he goes by Sean McLaren in the chat, on YouTube. By the way, if Sean or any representative of Timepiece Trading wants to jump on, Um, if anybody who's watching this right now knows Sean or anybody else who runs timepiece trading and they want to jump on real quick, because I'm actually on their side on this one. This PJ guy is fucking slime. He's slime for doing this. This is like character assassination here. You know, they're not involved in any criminal activity as far as I know, but maybe some of their customers are, or some of the people with whom they associate. Now, Sean McLaren gives the response, and I'm on Sean's side here. Let's listen in.
Yeah. So before we get any further into this, first off, just want to.
By the way, I disagree with them actually acknowledging that video, because they're actually bringing more attention to it. No one would have even known that this PJ guy said anything, because he was on some, probably some unknown podcast. But now they're going to tell all 100,000 or 200,000 of their customers what this guy said about them, which is just bad damage control, right?
Baller Buster's very cool page, actually.
Baller Buster. I don't know what Baller Buster is. Maybe you guys know in the chat.
In fact, unfortunately, I'm not sure where he got this information from, this credible source, which I would actually love to know who that credible source is, because they're not credible. But just to give you guys a little idea, and I'm sure you guys just saw the clip before, essentially they're talking about us and our business, and just talking about in general how we are renting watches to customers, and people are paying us to wear watches and then essentially, I guess, give them back to us at the end of the rent or lease agreement, which to me just like absolutely so insane to think about in general, right? Because if you think about this in theory, if I were to give you, a watch of the nature that we,
I think the problem is like this guy is like explaining too much. Like you shouldn't have to really explain your defense to that, because it should be like on its face a flat out lie. So like the fact that he's going into like too much detail about rentals and lease agreements, all this, it's like he's not doing the best damage control here. Number one, it was a mistake to even talk about this in the first place. Number two, he hasn't really thought about what his reaction was going to be. He's almost just he's winging it, and he really should have done 2 or 3 or 4 key talking points and talked about that. He's kind of all over the place. He's a little bit rambling. But if Sean or somebody from TPT wants to jump on real quick and categorically refute the egregious allegations levied against them by PJ of Watch Trading Academy, I'll be on the air for the next 15 minutes. And if you can, feel free to jump on, and I'm happy to host you.
we typically deal with here at the office, let's say $200,000, $300,000, $400,000 watch. What does that payment look like? And what does that duration look like? And on top of that, I'll put it this way. I would not be sitting at this desk for 14 hours a day, plus if we were out here renting watches to customers. I
don't know why he's explaining. He's doing way too much explanation. OC, they probably had to refute this for other dealers that they buy and sell to. It can be tough if the dealer network stops trading with them. Okay, that's an interesting point. So maybe, but I think they could do that within the dealer groups. I don't think they need to do it publicly, right? Mathis is in the chat. What's up, Mathis? Doc Mick says, I know PJ, his course is meh. Yeah, I don't know anything about his course, but Baller Busters is a page that debunks jabronis and fake gurus. Okay. El Defense is in the chat. This is what happens when the defense is built on emotions and they feel the need to explain too much. Yeah, this is a little bit too much information here. But listen, these guys aren't PR experts, right? Some guy fucking levied a character assassination attack on their business and said, hey, you know what? A lot of the people that come in there don't even buy watches. They just come in and pretend to buy watches so they can be on videos. And is there an element to some of the videos that might be staged or contrived? Maybe. A lot of the shit on YouTube is on these dealer videos, these Vucom fast flips and all that shit, contrived, right? But there's no evidence that these guys aren't a legitimate business that buy and sell watches. They're not renting the watch. You know, they do a lot of, now there's no doubt that they do a lot of buying and selling. A guy comes in, he buys an RM, he wears it for 6 months, he comes back in, he trades it for another one, right? And he either pays 20 grand on top or 40 grand on top or whatever, you know. Let's keep going. Let's see if I want to see if they get back to playing it. Oh yeah, here we go.
What's going on in here in general, but yeah, that's just, I mean, completely false. We've never done that, not even one time.
He doesn't sound convincing. He doesn't sound convincing. That's the problem. He just he's not the right spokesperson to come out and say and make the defense.
Where this credibility came from, or this rumor, or what's going on in here in general, but yeah, that's just, I mean, completely false. We've never done that, not even one time.
We've never done that, not even one time. Like, oh, well, it might have been okay if we did that one time, but we don't do it regularly. We don't do it consistently, but we haven't even done it one time. Like, it's not a good argument.
Renting a watch is literally unheard of.
I was like, wait, so they're not actually buying watches? The guy's like, no. He's like, I know them. He's like, they're getting paid to basically.
Wait a minute. This allegation is actually slanderous. You know, they're not actually buying watches.
Guy's like, no.
Literally unheard of.
I was like, wait, so they're not actually buying watches? The guy,
they're not actually buying watches.
Guy's like, no. He's like, I know them. He's like, they're getting.
I know them. They're getting them on you.
Paid to basically pretend to sell. So they're like,
what the fuck? What this guy's doing is slanderous accusations.
Getting paid to basically pretend to sell. So they're like promoting a watch for a moment, like they gave it to a guy. And the guy never has it. He'll take a couple of photos. He'll do a quick intro about himself, what he does, whatever, and get some clout there.
I want to know what bone he has to pick, what gripe he has with timepiece trading.
And then he leaves. It's like the guy taking the...
Yeah, so I guess we're just facilitating just straight false clips and clout and enabling people to, I don't even know. I mean, just look cool, I guess.
Sean, my man, you need to do a better job thinking out the. First of all, I probably pull this video down. I would not give this PJ guy any publicity whatsoever. But second of all, I think you need to rethink your the way you combat what he said, because it's just coming across as a little bit too flippant and a little bit too ad hoc. You really need to think through what you're saying here. Just it's coming across a little too casual. Let me see here. What else is going on in the watch world? Let's see here. But yeah. Tobister, no comments on the Rolex Nodus trademark controversy. What is, I don't know, where do you find information about that? I don't see Nodus. Let me see. I don't see any information about that. Don't have any information on that. Nodus, oh, that's such a meaningless little thing. Yeah, I'm not even gonna publicize that. It's not even close to trademark infringement. Why do they have a furry on their show? I don't. What is a furry? What's up, Esoteric? Let me see here. That's I don't know, what's a furry? I don't know. Let me know in the chat. Anyway, that's the show, guys. That's it. I'll stay on for 10 more minutes. I'll do Q&A. Q&A for 10 minutes, and then I'm out of here. Look for a possible live stream later tonight. But breaking news at this hour, Vacheron has raised prices. Vacheron Constantin, member of the Holy Trinity, has raised prices. Prices are up. Do you guys care? Probably not. I'm gonna take this guy off the screen because by the way, if anyone from TPT wants to come on, like if you want to come on maybe later in the week, like maybe on Saturday, or maybe you want to come on for Watch News Sunday. If you want to come on for Watch News Sunday, I'm happy to host a representative from Timepiece Trading to refute the potentially slanderous accusations made here by PJ Gadimi, or whatever his name is, PJ Kadimi, owner of Watch Trading Academy. He obviously has some kind of beef with Timepiece Trading, but if you need help with your damage control, let me know. I'm happy to help because I think this is unfair. By the way, next time I come to Miami, I'd love to be able to check out Timepiece Trading. That's it. So yeah, we covered all the good stuff, for the day. Vacheron prices went up. We got the Bark and Jack stuff. The tech haters attacking the Cubitus unfairly. Go back if you're just joining now. Go back and watch that. And we got this PJ guy launching basically slanderous character assassination against Timepiece Trading. These guys are all eating each other. You know, these the gray market dealers. Times are gonna get tough. That's right. That's it. Whole Milk in the chat. What's up? I want to give special props to MC Moz. Thank you for the 20-pound super chat. That was in appreciation for SE, first gifting 1 membership, then gifting 5 memberships, and then gifting 10 memberships. Pretty incredible, SE. Thank you very much for that. I want to acknowledge all the new members. Shout out to Majestic, to Gen G, who really should have been a member all along, Tester Twister, Marine Layer, Stephen L, Mike S, MC Moz, who just contributed that very generous super chat, Kincaid, Bufaris, D Wood, Rufus, the Franchise Clubs with an S, St. Peter, Chielski, D Rascal, and Wrist Watch Holic, all new members, thanks to the generosity and support of SE. Now, for those of you in the United States, also, when you're on YouTube and you click on You, they have a new feature now called Recap. You can recap the top. You can recap all of your highlights for the year. One of those is like you can recap your top 5 channels. If I'm in the top 5, do a screenshot and send it to me on Instagram. I would love to know if I'm in your top 5. If you send me your screenshot, also just like send me a note saying that I have permission to use it on social media. Cool. Any other questions? Does anybody want to jump on the panel and just shoot the shit about anything? By the way, coming up this weekend, FP Journe, fad or flop? We will be doing a significant panel discussion. Is FP Journe a fad or a flop? Which one? Well, I think that's it. Anything else? I mean, I don't come with loads of content. I only come with the nuggets, guys. Oh, when is Jizz Club coming on? You know, if Jizz Club wants to come on, he can reach out to me. I think I'm not gonna beg him to come on. If he does anything out of line on social media, I'm gonna call him on it though. If he does anything controversial, I haven't seen any of his clips lately, but I trust you guys. If he does anything outrageous or outlandish, someone will let me know, and we'll hold his feet to the fire. But I think he's probably laying low after getting blacklisted from AP. I mean, he would, and probably blacklisted from Rolex as well. It'd be smart for him to just lay low a little bit. Last chance for questions. We're going to go for another 4 minutes. 4 minutes. We're going to go till 2:30 Eastern time. If you're in New York tonight or tomorrow night, let me know on Instagram. Just shoot me a message. I might be doing a live stream later from Manhattan, or I might not. I mean, I'm there covering an event. They've told me I can live stream if I want to, but I may not. Shout out to McCafe, the official beverage provider, the official coffee provider to the original OC channel. Anything else? All right. I guess that's pretty much it. Let me see. I'll do a last minute scouring of news. Nope, that's not news. That's not news. Yeah, Vacheron introduced the 36.5 millimeter perpetual calendar. Nobody cares. Nobody really cares. It's a beautiful watch. Yeah. No. By the way, if you are also in Manhattan on Saturday morning, let me know. Yeah, it's going to be a boring December, guys. The tariff reduction has not gone into effect here in the United States. We're waiting to receive word on when that will actually go into effect. They're saying sometime in the first half of December, but it has not taken effect yet. November is going to be a bloodbath. We've already seen a bloodbath in September and October. I think November, we're going to see another one, and December might be really bad too. We don't give predictions here. We try not to give predictions, but things are not good. Things are not good. Whole Milk, I will not read your comment. I don't mention that brand, but thank you. No, I'm not. I will not be talking about that. Whatever that is. Two-minute warning. 2-minute warning before we kill the stream. This is your last chance to super chat or to upgrade your membership, or for some of you to actually buy your membership. Let's do this. We're going to do a 30-second telethon. Quick. Here's the link for the memberships. For those of you who don't have memberships, come on, let's buy yourself a great holiday present. Buy yourself a membership to the OC channel. Boom, there it is. Quick. First person to buy a membership wins. I'm going to end the stream in 2 minutes. Let's see if somebody is quick. Someone has to be quick. Yeah. But this Bark and Jack thing, I mean, come on.
Video on it, I think 2 weeks after it went live, and there was something like 50 Cubituses on Chrono 24, and people don't flip watches they like. They keep them, and so people don't like the watch.
I've never seen anyone wearing a Cubitus. Even right now, we're around a lot of super collectors.
Yeah.
I thought maybe this would be the first time I would see a Cubitus
It's
in
a
the
flop.
wild.
I said at the start, it's a flop of a watch, and that's proven by how many are on the secondary market. And I did a video on it, I think.
It's a flop. And we end the show on that note. Bark and Jack saying that the Cubitus, which is an extremely high demand, is going to very high value VIP customers, is going for 50,000 over retail. It's impossible to get. That watch is a flop. I called it. It's a flop because there are fake listings on Chrono 24. That's right. This channel is a flop. Thank you, Whole Milk. And on that wonderful note, I think that's it. Have an incredible day, guys. Hope you enjoyed the content. If you're watching this on the replay, give us a like. Type in a comment. Let us know if you like the show or not. And for those of you in the United States, click on the U in the YouTube app, and you should have access to your recap, your 2025 year-end recap. If I'm one of your top 5 channels, let me know. Huge thank you to MC Moz and to SE for 16 gifted memberships. I hope if I can just get 5 of the 16 to renew their membership after the first month, that would be awesome. I'm going to have to work extra hard in December for you guys. Peace. All right, you guys, have a good one. Have an awesome Thursday. Is today Wednesday or Thursday? Have an awesome Thursday. Catch you soon. Peace out.